Okay, so you know what the absolute value of a real number is. It's just the distance that number is from 0. And normally we just think of taking the negative away. So for example, if we had the absolute value of 5, we know that's just 5. What we're really saying is 5 units from 0. Negative 3 would be 3 units from 0, so it becomes 3. Well, now we're going to talk about the absolute value of a complex number. And the absolute value of a complex number is how far it is from the origin. So if this is a plus bi, we've gone over by a, and we've gone up by bi. So the distance is from the origin is this r right here. And we would really just call this b. But we would use the Pythagorean theorem here and say a squared plus b squared equals r squared. So we take the square root of both sides and we say r is equal to the square root of a squared plus b squared. Now, this should be looking very familiar with polar coordinates because this was exactly the same way we found r. We're now just using the letters a and b instead of x and y. So if we want to find the absolute value of 4 plus 3i, we'll take the square root of 4 squared plus 3 squared. So the square root of 16 plus 9, which is the square root of 25, which is just 5. Okay, if we want the absolute value of negative 3 minus I, that would be the square root of negative 3 squared plus negative 1 squared. So this would be the square root of 10. And if we want the absolute value of negative 5i, this would be the square root of 0 squared plus negative 5 squared, which will be the square root of 25, which again is just 5. Okay, so just by using this formula, the absolute value of a plus bi is the square root of a squared plus b squared.